Join me as I dive into the crazy world of Olympic swimming and see if I can handle the pressure without collapsing like some of the athletes. Today, I want to take a closer look at one of the most shocking moments in Olympic history, when a talented swimmer suddenly collapsed after crossing the finish line. This dramatic incident left everyone in the stadium stunned, and it's a moment that will be etched in our memories forever. Elite athletes, especially those competing at the highest levels like the Olympics, face immense physical and mental pressure to perform. They sacrifice so much, dedicating years to rigorous training regimens, pushing themselves to the limits of human endurance. The pressure to win, the fear of losing, the weight of expectation, it's a mental game as much as a physical one. And sometimes, despite their best efforts, their bodies just can't keep up. The consequences can be severe, and it's heartbreaking to see these incredible athletes succumb to the immense stress they're under. Take, for instance, the grueling nature of swimming events. These athletes are asked to push themselves to the limit, heart rate soaring, muscles screaming in protest, all while maintaining a razor-sharp focus on the task at hand. It's no wonder, then, that we've seen instances of swimmers collapsing, not just from exhaustion but from the sheer intensity of the competition. When you're operating at that level of intensity, there's always a risk of something going wrong. You'd think that with all the training and preparation in the world, athletes would be immune to these kinds of incidents. But the truth is, they're human beings too, and sometimes their bodies just can't cope with the demands placed upon them. It's a sobering reminder of the fine line between triumph and tragedy, and it's what makes moments like these so incredibly shocking. Let's take a closer look at the swimmer in question, who'd been training for months leading up to the Olympics. They've been on top of their game, dominating their heats and setting new personal bests. According to reports, they'd been putting in an incredible amount of work in the lead up to the event, honing their technique and building their endurance. They were a favorite to win, and everyone expected them to bring home the gold. The race itself was an intense affair, with several swimmers neck and neck right up until the finish. Our swimmer pushed themselves to the limit, giving it everything they had, and managed to cross the line in a blistering time. But as they raised their arms in triumph, something was amiss. They stumbled, faltered, and then, in a split second, collapsed to the ground. The reaction was immediate, the crowd gasped in horror, officials rushed to their side, and fellow athletes looked on in shock. It was a moment that seemed to freeze time, as everyone struggled to comprehend what was happening. The swimmers who just finished the race looked on in concern, their own fatigue and elation momentarily forgotten in the face of this unfolding drama. As the medical team tended to the stricken athlete, the stadium fell silent, the only sound the muted commentary and the sound of whispers from the crowd. It was a moment that none of us will ever forget, and it serves as a stark reminder of the risks these incredible athletes take every time they step onto the world stage. Fortunately, the swimmer in question is reported to be recovering well, and our thoughts are with them as they navigate this difficult time. This incident serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of athlete safety and awareness, and the need for us all to prioritize their well-being above all else. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this incredible moment. Did you watch it live, and what was going through your mind when you saw it happen? And don't forget to check out my other videos on Olympic highlights and athlete well-being.